It's hard to believe it's been a year since we last gathered to celebrate together. That evening I invited you to join us in the prayer, "More of you, Lord, less of us." God has been so gracious and generous in answering that prayer this year. The spiritual curiosity we saw beginning to stir has continued to grow, with our school chaplains being asked questions about faith or asked for a Bible. A real highlight for one of our team was being invited to the baptism of a student she'd been supporting. In Beth's community youth work, there's been an incredible response to the launch of STIR, a faith exploration course for young people. And across our chaplaincies, we've seen school staff seek out our team to ask questions about faith, to ask for support and prayer. We've continued to see the vital impact of one-to-one support in fulfilling our mission of bringing wholeness through safe spaces. We see wholeness as healing, as growth, moving a step closer to the person we were created to be. Our school chaplains this year have supported over 700 students through one-to-one sessions, offering a safe space to reflect, decompress, and to take a step towards that wholeness. You can read in our printed documents the impact of that support. Because this one-to-one support is such a key part of our work, it's really important that we're able to do it well. We're strengthening our offering by introducing a new mentoring resource called Starfish, created by the Salvation Army. Our chaplains have received excellent training in this, and the resource will support them in providing focused and impactful mentoring. We'd love to train some more volunteers as mentors so we can offer this to more children and young people. So please do speak to me if it's something you'd be interested in. Bereavement, grief and loss are the most commonly talked about issues across most of our schools. Chaplains say they see it as a huge privilege that young people trust them enough to talk to them about this. Our team have received bereavement training from the St Elizabeth Hospice, which has been really helpful for them. We've grown in number this year, and we have 8 chaplains now working across 8 different settings: 1 primary school, 3 secondary schools, 3 sixth form college settings, and an alternative provision trust. 4 of our school chaplains have been new to the team this year. So Becky and Abby are chaplains to the Radwell Trust, working across several different sites. Amy's joined us as chaplain to St Matthew's as Corrie's maternity cover, and we've recently welcomed Philip as chaplain to East Bergholt High School. We're so pleased this term to have started school chaplaincy at East Bergholt, and we're grateful to the team of local churches and individuals who funded that post. All of our chaplaincy team have stories of answered prayers, holy coincidences, and times they've seen the goodness of God. Many are stories of the beautiful moments where God brought the right person into their path, opened up a conversation, or gave them the exact words somebody needed to hear. One of the stories that excited me the most this year came from Joe, our chaplain at Suffolk 1. At the beginning of this term, Joe and I met to talk about the year ahead. Joe shared with me her longing to meet some students who are fired up about their faith and eager to be in Christian community with each other within the college. Joe had had a dream where she saw students reading the Bible in the open at Suffolk 1. We had this amazing heavy sense of the Holy Spirit just stop us in our tracks in that meeting, so we paused and we prayed. And then a few days later I received a text from Joe which said, "Guess what? I was walking through college and I heard some students talking about the Holy Spirit. So I introduced myself and I told them about Christian Union. They were reading the Bible in the atrium. My dream came true." How good is that? For us, this was a great reminder that God is very much on the move in our schools. Our role is not to make these things happen, but each of our chaplains set time apart to pray, to listen to God as Joe did there, and then to do our best to be his hands, his feet and his mouth in our schools. Schools are busy and demanding places to be, and it's not easy to remain prayerful and centred on God when so much is going on around you. Our school chaplaincy team this year have worked really hard at growing in this, not letting their diaries squeeze out space for chaplaincy presence, but being available in the open spaces at school, on the gate, prayer walking the corridors. If Jo hadn't prioritised presence on that day, she might have missed that incredible moment. I'd really encourage you before you leave tonight to grab one of our chaplains and ask them where they've seen God at work in their school this year. As we look to the year ahead, I'm prayerful and eager to see a continuing increase in the spiritual depth of our work. We're well equipped with the tools and resources we need to do our work practically. We have a phenomenal and committed, faith-filled team of chaplains who love God and love their school communities. And most importantly, we worship and we follow a good and generous God. So we look to him.